We grew up here in Kamloops as children. We'd come to visit my grandparents, and if you ask my father where he's from, he'd say Kamloops. I think the people of Kamloops would remember Grandma and Grandpa, or Phil and Jennie, for their service. My grandmother felt a real calling in the ministry, but also mostly around children, and she ran a Sunday school. Later, my grandmother and grandfather built Silver Thread Society. It was a senior citizens complex, and she ran that until basically just before her death. My grandfather was mayor of the city of Kamloops in 1988. Before he was in government, he was a minister in Kamloops, and he was at the hospital regularly. He would do bedside visits to care for the people that were in his community or not. I think the reason that we were so interested in being involved in the hospital campaign came from our love of Kamloops and the area. Once we were made aware of the deficit that hospitals face from funding and their need for donations, that was an eye-opener for us.
The Gaglardis have really a new relationship with the foundation, but they have a long-standing relationship with Kamloops. Of course, Bob grew up here, and we all know about Phil and Jennie. They were tremendous in their influence in Kamloops and in the whole province. So we were very excited when they said, yes, we want to give back to the town that was so important to our family, and we want to donate $15 million and name the tower.
I was overwhelmed by the generosity of the Gaglardi family and impressed by their desire to pay tribute to their parents and grandparents. People of my age who grew up in Kamloops and knew Phil and Jennie, they know the legacy that those two left. The impact of the Gaglardi family to the community is going to be felt for decades to come.
I think our desire to love Kamloops is evident by the number of businesses that we still have here. The Kamloops Blazers, Sandman, Moxie's, Denny's. We're invested in this community. The only reason that we have these funds available to donate to the hospital is because of the Sandman family, the Northland Properties Company, and it's the people that have been working with us and for us for years that has made this gift possible.
The Gaglardi family and Northland Properties have a very long history here in Kamloops. They built the Kamloops Inn location in '73, which has 33 rooms, and it's conveniently located right across from the hospital, which is fantastic and easy access for the patients to use.
I think that the Gaglardi family, with their strong roots here in the community, always have had a heartfelt desire to help out Kamloops, and it's part of them.
This is a remarkable gift from the Gaglardi family, and it's going to help the people in need, and it's going to make the community safer and better.
On behalf of the Royal Inland Hospital, medical staff, and all of our staff, I want to say a huge thank you to the Gaglardi family. The opening of our new tower is going to transform the delivery of healthcare across so many of our program areas. Our mental health program with our new pediatric inpatient and outpatient units, our adult psychiatric units, our new operating room theaters, a brand new emergency department, labor and delivery, child health. The gifts that the Gaglardi family are giving are really going to allow us to purchase the equipment to outfit all of these areas, and it will also really help us to attract new physicians, staff, and other individuals to our hospital to provide the level of care that we want to.
I think it's because of our grandparents' spirit of giving that this has become possible. As a family, we've been donating for years to a variety of different campaigns, a variety of different causes, and it's not comfortable for us to put our name on any of this. However, we feel that the potential for further donations and the potential for people to give and understand what this means to the community was important to put our name on it. And there was no other name that should go on that building other than Phil and Jennie Gaglardi.
Sometimes people say, well, why didn't you give? And they'll say, well, I was never asked. So we're asking everyone. Of course, this incredible transformational gift will allow us to reach heights we didn't think possible and help us plan for the future. But the campaign is still on. We said we'd go till 2023, and that's when this campaign will end. So please, join us, join the Gaglardis, because it's together that we rise.
We have an opportunity to be the very best facility we can be right now.
My grandparents had a passion for helping others, and you always want to do something your parents and your grandparents would be proud of. And I think that this would be something they'd be proud of. On behalf of my family and all my siblings, my father, and the grandkids now, I think this is something that we can be proud of and something that we can leave behind for those to come, the future generations, but mostly never forgetting our grandparents and where this all began.